My parents skipped my wedding for my sister's divorce. 3 years later, they want her to be a second mother to my baby. So I lawyered up. I got married in June 3 years ago. Small ceremony, nothing fancy, just 50 people at a nice venue downtown. My husband David and I had been planning it for 8 months. My parents knew the date, had it marked on their calendar, even helped us pick out the invitations. 2 days before the wedding, my mom called. She sounded stressed. "Your sister needs us right now. Her divorce is getting ugly and she's having a breakdown. We need to drive up to help her move out of her apartment." My sister Amber lived 4 hours away. I understood divorce was hard, but this was my wedding. I asked if they could come down for the ceremony and leave right after. Just 2 hours, that's all I needed. My mom said Amber was in crisis and they couldn't abandon her, that I'd understand when I had kids of my own. She promised they'd make it up to me. They never showed up. My dad didn't even call. I walked down the aisle without either of them there. My aunt had to step in last minute to do the mother-daughter dance with me. It was humiliating explaining to everyone why my parents weren't there. For my sister's divorce, not a funeral, not a medical emergency, a divorce that she'd been planning for months. After the wedding, they sent a card and a $100 gift card to Target. That was their apology. Meanwhile, they spent the entire weekend helping Amber pack and move into their house. She stayed with them for 6 months rent-free. They never apologized properly to me, just kept saying I needed to be more understanding of Amber's situation. Fast forward to now, I had my baby girl Emma 2 months ago. My parents have visited exactly twice. Both times they stayed for maybe 30 minutes before saying they had to leave, but they see Amber almost every day because she still lives 10 minutes from them. Last week, my mom showed up at my house unannounced. She sat down in my living room and started talking about how Amber's been struggling since the divorce, how she's lonely and needs purpose in her life. Then she dropped the bomb. "We think it would be good for Amber to spend more time with Emma, like a second mother figure. She could help you with childcare and it would give her something positive to focus on." I just stared at her. Amber had never even asked to hold Emma during her visits. She'd show up, scroll through her phone, and leave. Now my mom wanted her to be a second mother. I said no. My mom's face went red. She started lecturing me about family helping family, how selfish I was being when Amber needed support. I reminded her that she skipped my wedding for Amber's divorce, that she'd chosen Amber over me my entire life. She actually looked shocked, like she didn't remember missing my wedding at all. She said that was different and I needed to move past it. Then she said something that made me see red. "Emma needs to know her aunt. We've already told Amber she can start coming over twice a week to help with the baby. You don't get to make that decision," I said. "This is my child." My mom stood up and said they were Emma's grandparents and they had rights too, that if I didn't let Amber be involved, they'd make sure I regretted it. I asked her to leave. She slammed my door so hard Emma woke up crying. The next day my dad called saying I was tearing the family apart, that they'd always been there for me and I was being ungrateful. Always been there except for my wedding, my baby shower, and most of my adult life, but sure. Then my mom started texting me articles about grandparents' rights, about how in some states grandparents can sue for visitation. That's when I called a lawyer. I explained everything and she told me to document every interaction, save every text, every voicemail, everything. She drafted a cease and desist letter stating that my parents and Amber were not to show up unannounced or make threats about my child. My parents lost it when they got that letter. My phone blew up with calls from relatives saying I was being dramatic, that lawyering up was taking things too far. But my attorney also helped me write out clear boundaries. My parents could see Emma supervised at my house, but only if they respected my rules as Emma's mother. No more showing up unannounced, no more pushing Amber into my life, and definitely no more threats. They haven't responded yet, but I don't care anymore. I'm done being the daughter who's supposed to understand and sacrifice while Amber gets everything.